Hi, I'm Hui Mei, a medical social worker working with people living with diabetes for the past 8 years. In my interactions with them, I'd often hear their struggles and challenges managing diabetes while they cope with other competing demands in life. It is normal to experience diabetes distress along the way, and some may have even thought of giving up, as managing diabetes can become tedious and emotionally draining. In this video, we have invited Swazwan and Serene, both who are living with diabetes, to share with us how they have managed to navigate through their highs and lows, coping with diabetes in their journey. Let's hear from them.
Hi, my name is Shazwan. I'm 32 years old this year, and I was diagnosed with LADA type diabetes 5 years ago.
Hi, I'm Serene Ng. I'm 45 years old this year, and I'm married with a 17 years old girl and a 14 years old boy. I was actually diagnosed with type 2 diabetes at the age of 35.
It was actually a fluke incident where I had this very severe stomach ache, and I had to be brought over to the hospital. And they did a lot of tests on me, and one of which was a random blood glucose test, and they found that my blood sugar levels were unusually high. So they did more further tests, and that was when I found out that I was actually diabetic. Oh, it was really bad. I was like borderline depression because I was young. I was 27 years old, and much like most of you who are watching this, I always associated diabetes with unhealthy lifestyle, or being inactive, eating too much sugar. I didn't really understand what diabetes was truly all about. So back then I was still 27. I was active. I took care of my food, so I was pretty much devastated. And then on top of that, I discovered that I was LADA type, which means it's something like type 1 DM, but it's a late onset. So it's like having type 1 DM when you're already an adult. And type 1 DM means that you have to be insulin dependent. So that means I can only eat after I had my insulin shot, and I have to have an insulin shot every night as well. So it was quite overwhelming, and I was quite devastated about it. But I managed to, with the support of friends and family, and also by doing a lot of research and talking to my diabetes care team, I managed to overcome and learn how to live with my condition instead of just drowning myself in sorrow.
It was actually during my pregnancy checkup with my second child that I was actually diagnosed with hypertension, and the gynae will actually tell me that I will actually be diagnosed with diabetes and high cholesterol eventually, and these three go hand in hand with each other, and they are the so-called good friends. Yeah, so eventually I did get my diabetes at the age of 35. I was quite actually prepared, because my father was actually diagnosed with diabetes. So I actually expected it in the family history, and it's kind of, I was shocked, but then I will try to read up on it, and then to eventually understand diabetes more. They cannot believe that diabetes can happen to a person who is actually so young. So they actually had a perception that it only occurred to like the elderly at the age of 50 plus, 60 plus. So when I told them that I was actually diagnosed with the 3 high at the age of 30 plus, they cannot believe it.
My greatest challenge was, being insulin dependent because I was working shifts, and I still am working shift work. So when you are insulin dependent, it's very hard for you to really, take care of your sugar levels if you don't have any set meal times, bedtimes, waking up at the same time every day. Everything has to be routine. But the nature of shift work means that you are not following any routine. How I overcame that was by learning more, taking a deeper dive into the whole how this insulin carbo ratio thing works, and learning how to manage myself, because at the end of the day, it's only yourself who can take care of your body.
In the year of 2017, my diagnosis for diabetes for the reading was quite high. So yeah, actually, I was being piled on with more and more medication, which I do not really want, in fact. So I decided to tell myself that I need to start to exercise. I actually started off running 2.4, eventually 5 kilometers. And after running 5 kilometers, right, I don't feel any shockness in that. And I actually eventually went for a 10 kilometer run. So also with the encouragement from my friends, right, I did eventually also attempted a half marathon. And it was a very satisfying run for me for that. Though I did not really finish at a very desirable timing, but at least I actually did finish that. And so determination to actually run was actually the key to exercise.
Resilience to me is just not giving up. Like for me, it was very easy for me to give up. I could just, stop and just let go, and whatever happens, happens. But I know that the consequences of that would be diabetes-related complications, and nobody wants that. I mean, it's not going to affect only you; it's going to affect everyone around you, and it's a difficult thing to do for you to go and learn and really be disciplined about what you eat, and adapting to this whole new lifestyle. But it's something that has to be done. And resilience is when you don't give up, and then you push yourself to the point that you are able to take care of yourself and not rely on other people. And then eventually you feel good about yourself. You have to understand what makes your blood sugars go haywire, what you can and cannot eat, or rather what you can take more of and what you can take less of, or what you should take less of. And when you have all this, ingrained into you, when you have a better understanding of all this, the resilience part will come naturally, because you already know what you can and what you cannot do, and what you should and you should not do. And the other main component that I can think of is consistency. I mean, you already know what you have to do. You already know what you should do. The last thing you should do is just be consistent. Be consistent in taking care of your diet. Be consistent in taking care of your health. And when you get healthier, even though you may be diagnosed with diabetes, but it's not the end all. It's not the end of the world. You get diagnosed with diabetes, but then because of that, you take care of your health. You feel better, you look better, and in the end, you may even come out of it as a better person. And that to me is resilience. That's what resilience is all about.
Okay, resilience means to overcome all obstacles that we encounter in life and to be positive about life outlook. Self-control and determination is very needed for diabetes patients. Yeah, without self-control on diet and determination of what you are going to do, right, it will actually fail in all our challenge.
I just want to achieve, the best that I can achieve as a normal person. I mean, diabetes is diabetes. It's just something that I have.
Diabetes is still not the end of the world yet, so I believe that to have a positive outlook on life, as well as a well-controlled diet and a healthy lifestyle, we will be able to overcome all obstacles that we meet in life.
I would like to reach out to those of you who are facing the same things that I was facing when I was first diagnosed, because I understand how it feels. It's not easy. It can lead to depression, I suppose. It's like you try everything, and then at the end of it all, it's still the same. You always wind up the same thing. You try to cut out sugars, you try to cut out this, you try to cut out that, you try to exercise more, and then when you check your blood sugars, it's still high. And I understand how demoralizing it can be, but yeah, if I can do it, I think anyone else can do it as well. It's never too late.
Living with diabetes is never easy. For Swazwan and Serene, they were thrown into a huge challenge when they first knew about their diabetes, but they managed to develop resilience along the way through learning how to cope and adapt to a new life living with diabetes. So the good news is, anyone living with diabetes can learn how to build resilience too. Resilience helps to decrease anxiety and stress and improve coping skills. Here are some strategies to build resilience. Learn about yourself. As shared by Swazwan, building a strong foundation about knowing yourself is crucial. This ranges from understanding how your body works, recognizing and managing your emotions, and knowing your strengths and weaknesses as well as what motivates you to reach your goals. Practice self-care. Take good care of yourself. Get involved in activities that are fun and engaging and relaxing for you. Get regular exercise, eat a healthy diet, and get enough sleep. You will be better able to cope with challenges when you are both physically and mentally strong. Reach out for support. Stay connected with your friends and your loved ones. It is easy to pull away and tug back when you are feeling down or you are dealing with something difficult. While it is essential to have the space and time for yourself, don't stay there forever. For Swazwan and Serene, they receive good support from their family and friends as they cope with diabetes. You can also reach out to your healthcare teams or join support group for help and support. Managing diabetes is a lifelong journey. There will be ups and downs, but don't ever give up. Through resilience building, people living with diabetes can still lead a meaningful and purposeful life that they have envisioned while managing their diabetes well. And if you know someone who is living with diabetes, do give them the support and encouragement. Thank you for watching. Take care and stay well.